Hi friends, welcome back to the channel and a very warm welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you for joining us. My name's Samantha and you are very welcome here. I've just finished work. It's about 4:20 and it's already going dark. It has been quite dull today. So I'm just going to put the big lights on, as Peter Kay would say. Don't know if that's made a difference. I can't tell looking on the camera. Anyway, yeah, so it's very dark and cold here today. I'm thinking of just, I know it's a bit late now, 4:20, but I'm thinking of just putting a curry on in the slow cooker on high, because we won't be eating for another 4 hours. I'm just going upstairs to bed. It's that cold. I don't want to put the heating on. It costs too much money, doesn't it? So today I'm just going to make some oat biscuits. Now, if you're a prepper like me, you will have lots and lots of porridge oats. I have lots and lots of porridge oats simply because I can make oat milk with them. I can make flour with them, grinding the oats up. Porridge oats obviously for breakfast in the morning. And I can bake with them. So having that versatile ingredient in your pantry is brilliant. So I'm just going to do some biscuits today because we haven't had a treat this week, I don't think. So I thought, let's bake some biscuits. So yeah, I've been off for over a week now, haven't I? Because I've been away. And what else? Oh yeah, I was laid up with my back, wasn't I? It's starting to get a bit better now. It still feels bruised. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I've not been to church for 2 weeks. I've not been to Bible study today because I couldn't finish work on time for Bible study, so I've had to miss Bible study. And I've not been to church because I've got my back and then I was away. So I need to try and get back into a routine this week, preferably if I can. So today I'm going to be making some oat biscuits. So in this, I'm just weighing out about 75 grams of just normal plain flour, like your all-purpose flour, guys. And I'm just going to pop it in there onto the dry ingredients in my mixer. Let me get my glasses on, my double glazing. I want about a teaspoon of, I've got powder, flour on me already, covered in it already, guys. I should have had my pinny on for baking because I'm a very messy baker. So I want a teaspoon of baking powder. I want 75 grams of porridge oats. Come on, guys. So how are you lot doing? What have you been up to while I've been away? Have you been doing any prepping for the winter? Have you been getting extra long-term storage in? Let me take that off my phone. Have you been doing anything like I've been getting gas bottles for my portable gas heater? I've been building up my pantry. What else have I been doing? Getting my sewing machine out ready for carrying on with my quilts because I want a couple of quilts made for winter. So yeah, let me know what you've been doing for your winter preps. It's October now, guys, and the cold weather's already started here in the north of England. We're already feeling it. And I've already started wearing extra layers, and I've got my winter slippers out. I have like fur-lined boot slippers for the winter, so I've already got them out. So I want 50 grams of sugar, before I do the butter. I've got very lumpy. I'm a stickler for getting it exact. I really don't know why. It doesn't matter with oat biscuits. When you're doing cakes, like Victoria sponge cakes and things like that, it can matter, but not for little oat biscuits, it doesn't. 75 grams. Let's see what we're doing here. This is unsalted butter, but if you've got salted, it's fine. I wouldn't be too worried about that. That's too much now. Perfect. And then I want a tablespoon of syrup, and I'm going to eyeball this. I'm sure that's more than a tablespoon, but I don't care. I love syrup. I know it's bad for you, but honestly, guys, me and syrup. When I was a kid, I used to have syrup sandwiches. Honestly, I'd get 2 slices of bread, I'd put butter on the bread. Oh my head. I'd put butter on my bread, and I'd just lace loads of golden syrup all over it. Oh, so good. I won't do it now. But yeah, oh, delish. Right, so I'm just going to pop the butter and the syrup. I should have just put that straight in the pan, really, shouldn't I? Waste now. And I need some milk as well. Oh, excuse me. 2 tablespoons of milk. Oh, I'll do that in a minute. What I'm going to do, can you tell I haven't made these for a few months? Seriously. I'm one of those people that if I haven't made something for a while, I forget. I'm not making it every week, I forget. Right, so while that's diddly squatting in there, wrong one, there. Just mix that up a little bit. I'm just going to pop the milk in here because I want to warm the milk up, really. I don't suppose it matters. But the milk's going in there. And that's it, that's all you need. So it's 75 grams of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, 75 grams of porridge oats, any porridge oats, don't matter, 50 grams of sugar, 75 grams of butter, 1 tablespoon of syrup, 2 tablespoons of milk. That's it. So I'm just going to melt, can't see, can you? I'm just going to melt the syrup and the butter now, and then I'm going to add that to that, mix it all together, dollop it on my baking tray, put it on. That's job done. All I'm doing today, friends, I've got a whole house to declutter. I've really got behind with all of my housework these last few months. I've really been, I mean, don't get me wrong, the house gets polished and vacked and the floors get mopped every day. Every day. The bathroom gets thoroughly cleaned twice a week, even though there's just me and my hubby here. You know, the bedding gets changed every week. Honestly, I do keep on top of general day-to-day housework. My husband and I, both of us do. But the stuff you may only do once or twice a year, like cleaning certain under the stairs cupboards out, or once every couple of years, maybe cleaning, you know, decluttering the loft or bedroom wardrobes once every few months or whatever. Haven't been doing that at all this year. Everything's really getting me down now because the house is only a small house, so it quickly gets cluttered. Oops. It's something I need to keep on top of more often than I do. and it's got to a stage now where it's a bit overwhelming. It's got to a point where I just think, me and my husband are like, oh, I just don't want to start this. It's a mountain to climb. So it's been getting on top of me actually. The kitchen needs to be the first place I declutter because it's just ridiculous. I've got that much stuff now with all my canning stuff and my dehydrating and my air fryer, my mixer, my water filter, my slow cooker, my Instapot, my vacuum sealer. I've got that much stuff in such a small area that I need to reorganise and rethink the kitchen. I'm thinking about getting 2 wall units and 2 base units over there in the dining room, and actually having sort of more work surface and more storage, so that this over here where I cook isn't as cluttered. So I've been looking on like Facebook Marketplace for like cheap kitchen units. I haven't found any yet. Not that I think trustworthy, to be so careful, haven't you? So I'm looking for some very inexpensive kitchen units just to go over there in the dining room. I'm giving my Welsh dresser to my daughter, my eldest daughter. That's going to go in her utility room. My little set of drawers that's over there that you've seen before in videos, that's going to go back in the living room where it was before. The island in the middle of the kitchen that I use for baking and doing stuff on, that's absolutely falling apart now. I do need to throw that out. It's beyond repair. So that needs to be thrown away now. It's got to a point where I can't even look at it. It's just horrible. So I need to get rid of that, and then my table and chairs that are currently in the living room can come back in the kitchen then. So it's all a case of I have so much to do and I just don't know where to start. So I could do with my husband taking a few weeks off, just help me empty the loft, get rid of it, do some yard, like some car boot sales. Wrong time of year now. But I need to get it all decluttered and sorted so that maybe next spring, when the car boot sale season starts again. I know there's still car boot sales in and around the area, but I'm not doing car boot sales in the winter. Not with my arthritis, it's not happening. So I'm going to wait till spring and then do the declutter the loft and our bedroom, the main bedroom. Probably do a few car boot sales, donate some things to charity, throw a lot of things away, and then I'm just making more room then for my craft stuff, because I've got a ridiculous amount of craft stuff. I've been crafting for years, so I've collected quite a lot of things over the years. I think I've got too much craft stuff that I need to get rid of. So a massive declutter is just what I need. I think it'll help me feel better, because it's getting me so down. I don't know if you guys are the same with decluttering, and or if you're a bit better organised than me. I tend to be very lazy when it comes to stuff like that, and I will put it off and keep putting it off. If there's a job to be done, I like to put it off as much as I can. I'm not a doer, and I think it's because I work as well. Like many of us have to go out to work, don't we? But by the time I finish work and I'm getting tea ready and doing stuff like this, by the time I finish doing that, I'm like, oh, I haven't got the energy. And like, my husband works all day Saturday, so it's not like we can even use Saturdays and say, oh, we'll do it together on Saturday, because he's working. So it's one of those things that I need to get myself organised for, definitely. Right, I'm just going to get some parchment paper for that breaking sheet, and some baking paper. My dogs are nagging me for their tea. It's not even the tea time yet, but they're nagging me for their tea because it's gone dark. They think it's tea time. They're confused.com. Right. George, you're not having your tea yet, baby. It's not time. Go and sit down in the other room, please, out of my way. So, guys, just move that kitchen cleaner out of the way. Move you down. So, I've just mixed that little biscuit mixture. And I could have done it by hand. It would have been just as easy to do it by hand. Right, George, get out of my kitchen. I am not giving you any food yet. So you could get an ice cream scoop for this. I'm actually not sure what. Oh yeah, ouch. Trying to stab myself in the thumb with a knife. Right, guys, so this is the technical term. I'm going to dollop this on a baking tray. So I don't really want a full ice cream scoop because I don't want them to be too big because they're going to spread out already. There we go. Come on. This is a really, really rubbish ice cream scoop, and every time I use it, I always think to myself, why did I bother? A spoon would be easier with this that I've used. I'm sure you're all screaming at the... Let's just flatten it out a little bit though. Do you think they'll flatten it on their own? It's that long since I've made this, and I don't think I used this recipe when I made them last time. I'm sure I made a bigger quantity. I think I used a different recipe. I don't know. I'm sure they'll taste wonderful. I'll tell you what you could put in here instead of normal white cane sugar. You could put brown sugar. And I wonder if popping some cinnamon in there with some brown sugar would be nice. We had... I normally, when I make porridge oats for breakfast, I just do plain porridge oats with milk. That's all I ever do. I never make it with water. I prefer sweet porridge. I don't like salty porridge. And I've always made it with milk. I know some people make it with water, but I never have. Well, I have. I tried it once and I really didn't like it. So I always make porridge with milk. And the other week, instead of using normal white sugar, I put some brown sugar in and some cinnamon. That was the nicest porridge I've ever had. It was absolutely delicious. I don't even like the look of porridge when it's been made with water. I mean, don't get me wrong, if we got into an SHTF situation where things were in short supply, yes, of course I would eat porridge with water if that's all I had. Absolutely. But while I've got a choice to eat porridge that's made with milk, I will have porridge that's made with milk. And it has to be sweet porridge, not salty. Oh, disgusting. What do you guys like with your porridge? Do you make it with salt and water, or brown sugar and cinnamon like me, or what's your preferences? Do you know, to say this looked like a really tiny amount of mixture, it's made more than I thought, so perhaps this was the recipe I used last time. I don't know. Last bit, 369. I think if I could be bothered to measure these out properly, I think I'd probably get 12 cookies. But I really don't want to be battling with this mixture. So I can't wait for these to come out of the oven and taste test them for you guys. Don't they look good? Yum. So they're going to go in. I've got a fan oven, so I'm putting them in at 160 degrees for 15 minutes. If you don't have a fan oven, put them in at 180 degrees Celsius. I'm really sorry guys, I didn't check the Fahrenheit on them, on those temperatures before I came on to the video. I'm so sorry about that. 15 minutes, let me just put 15 minutes on my timer. I'm useless about my timer nowadays. Oh, I'm always doing that. Right, I've had to buy another new timer. I broke the second one the other week. This timer works differently to my old one, so it's taken me a while to get used to it. So while that's in the oven, I'm going to just change my filters on my Berkey and just clean up the mess I've made here, and then I will be back in a moment. See you soon. I'm back. I think the biscuits are ready. I'm sorry, I've just splashed all water all over me while I've been sorting that water filter out and putting some new filters in my Berkey. So I've just completely got covered in water. Right, so I'm going to see if these old biscuits are ready, guys. Let's pull them out the oven. Ooh, they look good. See, I'll tell you what would be nice with them, chocolate chips. It's got to be done, hasn't it? Oh, it's been nice having that oven on, just for a bit of warmth, even though I don't like using the oven too much because it's expensive, isn't it? But it's got to be done sometimes, hasn't it? Oh, look at those. Look at those. They're just too scrumptious, aren't they? They smell delish. That's syrup in them. There we go. Cooling tray. What did I do? There we go. Eat out. Oh. Still bending with my back. It's still hurting, guys. I'm not fully there yet. Right, I'm going to have to taste test these even though they're like ridiculously hot. Oh, oh my gosh. I can tell you now, these will be gone tonight. Hubby sees these. There won't be anything left in the morning. Honestly. Nothing lasts in this house. Oh, not another nail. I only did my own nail. I do my own nails a lot because I don't really have time to go to my lovely Sarah to have my nails done. It's having the time. I only did them yesterday and I've already lost 2. I think the gel that I'm using has gone off. The gel that I've only had for 6 months. Ah! So, biscuit. I'm going to have to try this on now. Gonna have to try this. I'm using a fork because I'm scared of burning myself. Can't pick it up because it's too hot. So I'm going to use a fork to eat a cookie. I haven't seen anything like it. Mmm. Absolutely no difference to the flapjacks that I make. So this is definitely a different recipe than what I used last time for oat cookies. Not sure where I've put that recipe for oat cookies, but I think I'll be sticking to this one because it's so much nicer. I wasn't that keen on the oat biscuits that one last time I made them. This is just the flapjack recipe, which I thought it was, just disguised as oat biscuits. Dogs are watching me. You're not going anywhere. Nope. I'm sorry I'm ignoring you guys. This is just too delicious. So, I made a stew the other week, like a beef stew type thing, just in a slow cooker. So to go with the beef stew, I had a loaf of bread, a fresh loaf of bread. You know me, I make lots of bread up here. And I always put my loaf of bread up here on the air fryer because it's the only place in the kitchen where my dogs can't reach. They can reach everywhere else except the fridge freezer. You already know what I'm going to tell you. So I'd served tea out. Andy had got home from work. I served tea out. We had our tea. Daughter was here because she's been home from uni. Husband says, oh, I think I'll have some more bread. So we came in the kitchen, took another couple of slices off the bread, forgot to put it back up on top of the air fryer, left it on the cupboard top, didn't he? So we sat in the other room eating our tea. And we had this almighty kerfuffle, and when Andy come back in, George had got the bread and it was on the floor and he was demolishing it. Freshly baked loaf just made that day. So every time I'm baking now, he thinks he's getting something. He'll be getting a clout if he touches my bread again. So those, my friends, are the oat biscuits. Now, they don't look pretty, they don't look professional like you get in a cake shop or whatever, but I don't care. They taste good. That's all we care about in this house. We don't do presentation and all that stuff. I think you've probably gathered that by now. We're not interested in presentation and looking fancy. We just want things to taste good. So, my friends, that's the oat biscuits. I'll write the recipe down below. It is just the flapjacks, the flapjack recipe, but I will write the recipe down below. And in case you don't have it, you probably do, but that's going to be in the description box just in case you don't have that recipe. And I'm hoping to do another video tomorrow, all being well. I'm hoping to finish work a bit sooner tomorrow, hoping to have a little bit more time, so I will do my best to be back with you tomorrow, guys. But for now, I'm just going to say goodbye, God bless, take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.